Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is able to hear me and everyone is able to see my screen. If possible, can someone please confirm if you are able to hear me clearly and able to see my screen?
Yes, we're able to.
Yeah, thank you, guys. So I'm discussing a topic, dependency injection. Okay. So what we discussed in the last class, we were able to see country's REST service. So we were able to make a REST call from Angular HTTP module, and we were able to get the response from country's web service, and we were able to bind the data. So previously in the employee count and this component, right? We usually hard coded the data, right, guys? Now we are not hard coding any data here. So typically we are going to get the data from Angular services, and we're able to bind the data. That is one type of service. And the other type of service is typically dependency injection in Angular, right? So when more are one or more components, they want to interact with each other, right? One or more components, they want to interact with each other. By default, there is a dependency injection which to be added by the Angular services, where services are the typically backend, which we call it as a backend, and that is going to inject the dependencies between the multiple components here. So that I want to showcase as part of this dependency injection here. It's a very, very important here. I created a sample project, guys. I created a sample project in one of the scenario banking project I've taken. And what exactly that is having totally three components I'm going to have, guys. In the project, I'm going to have three components. Account create component. Second component, account list component. Third component, account update component. Create component, list component, update component. Account create component is going to create an account. Account list component is going to list the account. Account update component is going to update an existing account. Okay. So with input and output, we already discussed, right? At the rate of input, at the rate of output, event emitter, we were able to communicate. Now I want to remove entire such things here, right? I'm going to introduce a service, account service, that is going to share the data between three components here. Okay. Account service will have a data, and list component is getting the data from account service. Whenever an account create component is added, it will call the account service. Then the account will be added. Whenever you want to update the status, you'll call the Angular account service. So account service is the REST API that is typically managing the state of the data. Whenever a new component is created, whenever a component is updated, whenever any list is happening, all those things are automatically controlled by the Angular REST service, that is the account service. Okay. So to set up this particular project, sir, I have shared the latest code, guys. Just 1 hour back, I have shared the latest code in your whatever Ashok IT portal. I have shared the latest code, guys. Okay. So that contains two folders, guys. Okay. What that contain, guys? So a latest folder is going to contain two files over here. Let me go to that. Yeah. So bank project setup. This is the bank project setup is the folder I shared, which can, if you extract this folder, banking setup and only three components, these three are going to get it. Okay. Now what we have done, guys, download all the three components.zip from the folder and paste it in your own choice and create a project. engine new, and create three components: account create, account update, account list. Total three components you should create. And after that, whatever the code I've shared, overwrite that code into these three folders. Overwrite that code. After that, you need to install Bootstrap style sheet. So how to install Bootstrap style sheet? npm install -- save, which is going to install Bootstrap style sheet. And we want to refer that style sheet, where we need to go to angular.json file, where in the style stack, I need to refer node modules, bootstrap, dist CSS, bootstrap.min.css. After that, when we run ngServe used to get actual. Okay, now we'll run this code, guys, here. ngServe. That's it. So this is my project output, guys. You should get, this is my output here. In the last class, why we didn't get it is, there is a problem in the only three components.zip fold. There is a problem. What problem we have? Okay, that only three components.zip is created in old version, where standalone flag was not there in that version. Okay, in that version, standalone flag was not there. Now, which is mandatory here, Angular 18. So I added that just to standalone. That's it. Everything is working. That's the only change I added in the account create component, account list component, account update component here. Total three components I have added: create component, list component, as well as update component. Total three components I have added. Standalone is equal to true. And I shared the latest code, guys. I removed the previous code. Sir, I removed whatever I shared in the last Friday code, and I've reshared the new code. So you follow the instructions, you should get the output here. So this is what I discussed in the last class, guys. Okay. So before I proceed further, any questions, anyone so far, guys, as of now? This is what I explained in the last class. But before I proceed further, as of now, any questions, anyone so far, guys? Everyone is clear, guys? Okay. Okay, guys. Kindly go through that. On top of that, if you have any questions, I'll take it. Okay? Right. Now, so what I'm doing is, so this is my page, guys. Here. Okay, sir? This section, maybe what I'm going to do is, I will showcase this, guys, here. What exactly this is. I will explain the code structure here. So this is my output, right, guys? This is my output. Okay. Totally, I have three components in this page, guys, here. Totally, I have how many components? Three components here. Maybe one component is here. This is account create, which is account create. Maybe my handwriting is not good. Let me erase this, guys. Okay. This is my create component guys here. Okay? Yes or no guys? This is my create component. And this is list component guys. This is what? List component. So I have master account, test account, hidden account. There are 3 accounts are there. There's a list component here. And this is this. These 3 are update component guys. Okay guys? A page contains 3 components guys here. Sir, everyone is able to hear my voice guys clearly?
Yes, Vijay. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So this page is having 3 components. Create component, list component, update component here. You're able to see the 3 places XY a page is forming with the combination of 3 components. Create component is having a text box, a drop down, add account. The name itself is telling, right guys? This is create, right? And list, master account, test account, hidden account. That's a list component. But within the list component, I have added updated also, update component also. If I want to change the status, update means I can change the status. Active status, inactive status, unknown status. I can change individual account status also. So this is the combination of 3 accounts, guys. Create component, list component, update component. So far clear? How this page is getting formed, everyone is clear? Yes or no, guys? Yeah. So how this page is getting formed, everyone is clear? That's what I can think of. Yeah. Now, what I am going to do is, just I want to add a new account, guys, here. Total, I have 3 accounts: master account, test account, hidden account. Now I want to create one more account, Ashok IT. This is my account name, which I want in active status, inactive status, hidden status. Anything actually. Maybe let me keep inactive status. Okay. Sir, I am entering where the data, sir. In which component I am entering the data? Ashok IT, as well as I selected inactive status. In which component? Create component, I am entering the data, right? When I click on add account button, where is this button exist? In which component this button exists, guys?
Create component.
In create component only. In create component only. This button is there in create component only. So whenever I click that Ashok IT should come in the list component, right? Whenever I add an account should come into the list component. Am I right, guys? List component, what exactly it is having? Account name and status. Account name and status. Account name and status. There's a list component here. So list component is having account name and status, account name and status, account name and status. So this is what my list component is having, guys. Account name and status. So master account is active, test account is active, hidden account is unknown. So 3 account statuses I am going to have. So when I click on here, you're able to see that, right? Ashok IT account is inactive. That's what I did, right? That's what I did here. Ashok IT account is inactive, but I can change to active, inactive, unknown. So if I click on set to active, the account become active. If I set to unknown, it will go to unknown status. So whenever I add an account, that account data will be pushed to list component. Correct, right? That's what you saw, right? Yes or no, guys? Whenever you add an account, on click of add account button, that event will be pushed to list component. So that list component will get the data, right? After that, whenever you change the status, it should update it to list component. So list component is primary, and create component and update component are the child. List component is primary, create component is a child, update component is a child. Whenever account is created, it will talk to list component. Whenever account status is updated, it will talk to list component. So list component is parent, and create component and update component are the childs of list component. So this is the normal use case, how I developed without using services. This code is written without using services. How I wrote here? I took list service, list component, account list component as a parent, like employee list, employee count, we saw that, right? Count component is a child component, list component is a parent component. In the similar way, employee list is a parent, employee create, employee update. These are the two components available as a child, and list component is having name. That's a parent. This is a typical use case.
Vijay sir, one doubt.
Yeah, please.
The create component should be the parent one because it is going to add the record, and based on that, the list component will talk with update component, right? So why list component is a parent in this case?
In last example, okay? In the last example, employee count and employee list, right? You have seen that, right? Last example, Mr. Sadanand Prabhu.
Yeah,
Have you seen
I
the
was
last
there.
project, right? Yes. Which component is parent, which component is child? Count component and list component. Which one is parent, which one is child?
The list was parent.
Correct. Why list was parent?
List was already loaded, and after clicking on refresh, the count was getting updated.
But why? I mean, if the count is not updated, it is not a list parent component.
No, but
There should be a reason, right?
initially the list was loaded, and after clicking on some actions like after we
Forget
click the
about
refresh
action.
button.
Forget about action. For example, sir, I don't have a refresh button.
Okay.
I don't have refresh button at all. I understand your point. I don't have refresh button at all, sir. Okay.
Okay.
How can I say that it's a count details? How can I say that it's a parent component? Anyone can add your voice, guys. It's a good question, really good question. How can I say that list component is parent? Because it has the data. What is a parent? The meaning of parent component is it has the data. Correct, right? List component has the data. That's a parent component. And here also list component is parent, that is having data, master account, test account, unknown account. 3 accounts here. So list component is parent because it is having the data. Now account create component, whenever I'm adding account, it should update to list, right? A new account is getting created, it should update to list component because I want to showcase all accounts in one page, list component page, I'm showcasing it. Okay. The meaning of parent component is it is the data store. It is having the data. It has the data availability. That's why we call that as a parent component. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It's a good question. Really a good question. Thank you. Yeah. Any other question, guys? As of now, any other question from anyone? Now, first of all, this code is written, sir, without having services. Correct, right? Just like I wrote this code without having services. What are the things are there here? 3 components and 1 root component, right? Account create, account list, account update. These 3 components as well as the root component. Am I right? Yes or no, guys? Now I want to add services over here. Correct, right? Now we need to add the services over here. What exactly should happen here? Now I don't have any parent component, child component here. I don't have any parent and child component. I have 3 components separately independent. I don't want any parent component, any child component. All are 3 independent. Create component creates the accounts. List component lists the accounts. Update components updates the account. Understand? And how the state is managed, I will introduce a service. That service is the common point for all these components. That service is the common point for all these components here. Whenever create component is called, whatever the account that is created, it will be send the data to service. Whenever account is updated, it sends the data to service. Whenever you want to list the accounts, it will send the data to service. So account service is a critical important file, which is a replica of database, I can say that, which is a back copy or a blank copy of the database. We call that. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to remove parent-child relationship here. Like list component to account component, list component, update component, like that we have a nested relations, right? I want to remove those. So that's why what I need to, sir, I need to inject whenever account is getting created, the creation account is sent to list component. Whenever the account is updated, the updated data will send to list component. And whenever list component is loaded, it will retrieve the accounts data from account service. It will retrieve the accounts data from account service. So that is how we need to do that actually. Understand? What is the current code? What we need to do? Is that clear? Any other question, guys? Sir, it's a very important topic, guys, in Angular. Now you got basic idea of Angular. Angular core is completed, means you should have advanced knowledge on Angular with respect to all front-end terminologies. Services is a backend, mostly is going to talk to database or a backend. Okay?
Sir, service is also called as hooks in Angular, no?
Service is also called as?
Can we consider hooks in hooks?
No, sir. No. It's a very
Hooks
good
are-
question. No,
hooks
I
are-
got your question.
Okay.
So the question is, can we call services as a hooks? Can we call services as hooks? That is what someone asked me. Hooks is nothing but components, sir. What is the Angular lifecycle hooks? It creates the component. It creates a child component. It creates the parent and child component, and it loads the parent component and child component. Hooks are typically component level. Services are at application level.
Okay.
Multiple components can take one service. Multiple components can take one service. Here account create, account update, account list, account delete, get accounts. All these depends on account service. So account service is the mediate a central point for managing the data. That is a parent and child. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So far, any other question, guys? So far, any other questions from anyone? Right. Now, sir, can I give a small work for you guys? Can I give a small work for you, for everyone? I already shared the code. Kindly set up the project till now. Okay. I showcased, right, guys? Account create, account update, account list, right? I just showcased, right? I added account. And if you want to add one more account, Vijay IT. Active. It's not available, right? Now let me add it. So Vijay IT account is active. Now I'm changing to Vijay IT unknown status. It is changed to unknown status. How this flow is working? Can someone tell me tomorrow? Whatever the knowledge I shared you till now, everything is available over here in the code. If you understand this code, current code, whatever I wrote, if you're able to understand that code, then only you can understand the whatever I'm writing the code, right? I will add a service. I'm going to add a service and I will share the code on service. Understand? So first of all, you should have an idea on current architecture. What exactly currently, how it is happening. When I click on parent component, how the data is pushed to child component, parent component. Whenever status is changed, how it is pushed to parent component. So you need to go through 3 components, input, output. Can someone explain me tomorrow, guys, how the flow for 5 minutes? Then I will write a code on top of that. I'm going to write a code on top of that by introducing a service, and whenever account component is created, it will talk to account service and it will provide the data. Whenever account is updated, it will update to the account service and it gets the data. Something like that we are going to do that. Okay? Can someone do that, guys, for me?
Yes, sir. We can do. I can do.
Why I am talking, right, guys, sir? Because if you understand this, then only you can understand services, guys. Correct, right, sir? If you understand this code, then only which portion you need to remove, which portion you need to add, you will get an idea here. Okay? So if I start right now services, right, you will not understand clearly, guys. That's why I recommend, actually it should happen in the last class, but somehow I didn't get a time to last class to resolve the issue. Okay? That's why I'm spending one next. Tomorrow, I'm going to take this exercise. I'll complete that. Immediately, I'll start routing. First 20 minutes, I'll complete this. I will start a routings here. Okay? After routing, forms. Then project. So this is what upcoming things I'm planning. Okay? Is that clear, guys? Right. So someone who is ready, guys, tomorrow, who can explain me? Kannan, are you ready, Kannan? If you
Yes,
don't
yes,
mind.
sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow I can explain.
Thank you, Kannan. Really, thank you. Any other apart from Kannan? Maybe if multiple people, one person create component, one person list component, one person update component, that also fine, sir. Any other, Mr. Rajesh, will you take it? You're asking some question, Rajesh, right? Will you take tomorrow? That explaining the code. Mr. Rajesh, I am talking to you. At least can you respond to please? What is this, sir? If I ask a question, you are asking me a question. That's what you can think of, right? No. Just I am asking. It's a basic principle, right? When I am asking you, you should respond, right, Rajesh? Okay. Form validations is also there, sir. As part of forms only, validation will be there. Okay? Right. Okay, only Kannan. Rajesh, if your voice is not audible, you can type in the chat window. Will you take care tomorrow? At least one component will you explain tomorrow. If your voice is not audible, you can type in the chat window. My question is, will you able to take care? So this is how, okay, I don't want to comment on that. Okay, Kannan, I am good. Thank you. Gopal, will you take care, Gopal?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Gopal and Kannan, who is other? Okay, maybe Javed will take care of that. Okay, fine, sir. I'll stop for today and we'll take tomorrow, guys, because I want to continue tomorrow. Okay.
Sir, actually, I have one doubt. Regarding Angular 17.
Yes.
Actually, I missed some sessions, so that's why. Yesterday I installed Angular using Angular 7, generate new component. So
Angular
I get
7
new,
or Angular 17?
new to file. Sorry, Angular 17, new to file, Angular config.ts.
Which I'm going to explain, sir. In routings, I'm going to cover that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm going to cover as part of routing. There's the next topic which I want to cover. Okay.
That both files, sir, Angular config.ts and route.ts.
Correct.
Okay,
That's both of
okay.
them. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks everyone, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you all.